Hello and welcome to the Quad Down Pod. I'll be your host for this evening, KI Coaster Guy. I'm joined by Josh from Station Way. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing lovely today. Super excited to finally get another episode out. We switched off our terrible recording platform we were using before. Really excited to see all the cool stuff we can do with this one.
Yep.
And talk about some awesome coaster stuff.
Absolutely. Sounds fantastic. Yes, this we have been having some technical difficulties. We apologize for the lack of uploads. This should hopefully fix it and everything will be honky-dory. Taylor, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm crossing my fingers that this works, and yeah, I'm happy to finally get some stuff out.
Yeah, I think it will. I have a good feeling about this. So we've got...
It looks great.
Yes. So anything you guys have been doing that you want to talk about before we get into the news section here today?
Preparing...
Sorry.
Did you? Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
I did. I got a new cred. I went to Scene 75 in
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, Larry.
Yeah.
Called you.
Yeah.
Should have called me.
It's good. How did you like that
you were gonna
ride?
come the 6th year. I honestly like the one at Scene 75 Columbus more. Like, this one was smoother, don't get me wrong.
Are they? I didn't realize they were. Are they the same?
They're the same, but Dayton's is bigger.
What are these things called again?
SPF visas.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
But
yeah,
it's
go ahead.
just more like drawn out, and like so they didn't add anything. It's just the same thing, but like a bigger lift hill. And I just like the compactness of Nuclear Rush over Tsunami, but Tsunami's a lot smoother.
Tsunami is. I thought my friend and I rode it a couple of times, and it was like we spun a lot. Like it was very spinny.
Larry, there's a history with you and spinning coasters.
I've only been on 3, and one of them, the one the one she's talking about, Wild Mouse, and then what is the one I can't remember what the one at Knott's is called, but I've been on that one.
Yeah, that one.
That one didn't. I think that one's on like more of a controlled spin.
Is that Sierra Sidewinder?
Yes, Sierra Sidewinder. That's what it's called. Yeah.
You didn't ride Laugh Track?
No, I didn't.
Aww.
Maybe this year.
I missed a lot of stuff at Hershey because pretty much after you left, Jen and I kind of just walked around. Like we didn't really do anything.
It was really hot, and we were all really dead that day. And you had driven like 14 hours that morning or whatever.
So we were just BSing. We were just walking around and talking and stuff. But yeah. It's an okay ride. I think it's neat. Did you like Scene 75? How is the one in Dayton compared to the one in Columbus?
Dayton's a lot more spaced out. Columbus is very, very compact. It's like walking through a Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, really? Because the Dayton one's big.
Yeah,
right?
Yours is huge. It's like twice the size of mine, but like I feel like you don't have that many more games. I just feel like
yeah.
But you have like a whole putt, and we just have like the one glow in the dark. So like that's
gotcha.
Cool. And you have a carousel. We don't have a carousel.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was there. Josh, you been doing anything?
Just preparing to get married. I get married in less than 2 months.
Just that.
Just to that.
Yeah.
I might grab a +1 this weekend. I might go to Holiday World and grab their mountain coaster.
Holiday World.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Not Holiday World. Sorry, Holiday Valley. There we go.
I was like, man, I might drive like 14 hours.
That's not 14 hours. It's like 9.
I exaggerate.
I do love Indy, so I will probably be at Holiday World at least one day this summer. But Holiday Valley is a ski resort in Ellicottville, New York. It's about an hour from me. They have a mountain coaster there that I've never ridden, and I keep saying like, "Oh, I'm going to ride it soon." And this weekend might be the time.
Do it. Have you ever been out to American Dream, by the way?
Yes, I have. Yes.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I caught that on my way to Hershey and Great Adventure. I went out of my way because we were meeting a friend in East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like an hour if we went straight south, or like an hour 15 if we went over to American Dream and then down. And I was like, screw it. We'll get there just in time for Twilight pricing, which is like half price.
That's cool.
And there was nobody there. Everything was walk on. We rode. All the coasters were open. It was great.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've heard mixed things about that place, but I want to go. I want to check it out.
It's if you're comfortable with riding roller coasters in a shipping container, It's just a concrete building, you know.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of what it feels like. And they're not like a Scene 75 SPFV. So
No, yeah, they're bigger. Yeah,
massive coasters. So
that place looks cool to me for sure.
It's cool. I don't know if it's really worth the money, but
no, it's expensive. It's expensive. I've heard. Yeah,
super expensive. Yeah.
Did they actually open that indoor ski resort there or ski hill? I don't know if it's a resort. That's cool. Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you guys have been getting into the groove for preseason stuff. But yeah, with what's that?
So you can always come to Columbus and grab that +1 cred.
Oh yeah, I do need to check out that the Scene 75 up there. But yeah, with that, we've got some news for you. Okay, starting out, Snoopy's Soapbox Racers complete. Woo! Been complete.
Well, threw that thing up in a week.
Yeah, that was quick. Just the track, yeah. Of course, they've got other things to do. But the coaster is complete.
I think the conclusion we came to as a group when we were talking about this was, if Good Gravy opens with Holiday World, not Holiday Valley, Holiday World, then it will open on May 4th, and Kings Island has advertised Snoopy's as like late spring.
Yeah.
So it'll probably open a few weeks after Good Gravy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anytime
So I guess
after
it will technically be the first of its type.
Good Gravy
in the country.
Yes.
Yeah. Also in completions, we've got Iron Menace over at Dorney. Track work complete on that as well. We're getting
trains
really
on
close.
track. Trains are on track.
Yeah. Have they done any testing yet or anything?
No.
They're
not. They're not to that point. That's okay.
Hot Thrill 2 is testing this week.
I saw. Yeah.
Under the cover of night.
Yeah. Those videos were pretty cool. I still don't understand. There's a lot of hate towards that ride right now.
It's
too much
nostalgia.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I get people being upset about. I mean, like Top Thrill's launch was really cool. It was a cool thing, but it was never gonna come back. So
I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
I understand the nostalgia people, but the people that never rode Top Thrill or Top Thrill Dragster, I don't understand their hatred because, like,
unless they're just really mad they never got to ride it.
I have King Dakar to compare it to, but I've ridden King Dakar and Pantheon and Icebreaker, both of which I'm kind of going to compare to Top Thrill 2 for obvious reasons. And comparing the thrill of a fast launch to the thrill of a spike is like crazy to me. They're totally different. Like, King Dakar melted my face and I loved it. But looking 200 feet straight down on Pantheon scared me. Because it's like, you're helpless. You know what I mean?
It's a really cool sensation.
Yeah.
I don't think that launch is going to feel weak. People are looking at it. It's cold. It's being launched empty. It's probably not set to full power.
No, from what I heard,
anyway, like it's
what I heard is that they were surprised they made it over the top hat on. Like they weren't expecting it to.
Yeah, it's not going to feel weak.
Another thing I've seen people comparing this week is like the backwards launch at 100. It's not only are you going from 74 to 100. You're being maintained at 100 miles an hour for the entire duration of that track. That's like not insignificant amount of speed.
No, it's a lot.
Maintained at. Like,
it's a lot. There is an argument to be made. I mean, it's sad that Top Thrill Dragster as it was, you can't ride that anymore. Like that's sad. But like this is, I think, the best outcome we really could have hoped for is for them. They kept it. They didn't tear it down. You know, we didn't have to wait like 10 years for them to put something else there, and I
agree.
They saved it. And it is going to be, I think, a really good experience. So I think people need to just not worry about it. It'll be fine.
It's like Lightning Rod. Lightning Rod reopened like yesterday or 2 days ago. Everybody and their mother saw the first testing video of Lightning Rod and was like, they killed this ride. It's so slow. I saw a Ride Forces graph today. And it is literally the same ride.
Yeah. Well, yeah, naturally. It's like all that's changed is the lift hill.
Yes, Taylor?
It was never a fast launch, was it? It wasn't like 0 to 80.
Okay. Originally, when it opened, it was a 40-mile-an-hour launch, 40 or 45, and it went over the crest really fast. But then, to help with the structural issues, they nerfed it. So kind of like on Maverick, how Maverick used to launch you all the way, but now it cuts out. It cut out. So what they
when did they
with
change that on Maverick? Sorry,
I don't know, to be honest with you. I just know that.
I'm just curious if I ever rode it before they did that. Probably not.
I definitely did because I rode it opening day. But but what they did with Lightning Rod that I feel like a lot of people didn't grasp, even though it's exactly how they marketed it, was they matched the speed over the lift hill as it was going with the previous launch. So like, yes, it's not a launch and you technically get up the hill slower, but you're cresting the hill at the same speed that it was on the launch anyway. So physically speaking, like on a potential energy level, it's the same ride.
Yeah. I mean, you're losing. I'm sure that launch was cool. I'm sure it's like the launch on Maverick. That's a cool feeling to be launched up a lift hill.
Yeah.
But it's not going to kill the remainder of the ride. Like it's again, unfortunate, but there wasn't anything to be done about it.
You know what has a crazier...
Sorry, go ahead.
You know what has a crazier feeling lift to me than Maverick, though?
Skyrush.
Skyrush.
It kind of does. It kind of does, yeah. It is weird. It's a weird... Like, I remember when we were... The first time we rode it, or I rode it with you, I just looked at you and I was like, whoa! Like, when we started going up the lift hill, it's like faster than it looks like it is.
It gets from station to top in about the same speed as Maverick, or the same time duration, but it's twice as tall. But it's also steeper, so you can't really compare the two like speed wise because geometry and trigonometry and such. But like you get twice as high off the ground, twice as fat, or like in the same amount of time, and that's crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
But speaking of Skyrush,
yes, Skyrush news as well. We're getting new restraints for Skyrush, which is I think a great thing. I'm a big fan of this idea. Those restraints not comfy. Not super comfy.
I was never a hater of those restraints, but they were never my favorite, and one of my favorites are the ones they're going to.
Yeah, so these are the same ones that are on like Pantheon, right?
Pantheon, Velocicoaster, Tutaris. Is that what it's called? Yeah.
Is it? Those are the same. They're the same.
Conda.
Oh no, they're not. I was about to say something dumb.
What?
I was going to say they're the same as Copperhead Strike. I forgot who made Copperhead Strike for a second. They're very similar.
Copied.
Yeah.
Yes. What, Taylor?
Just to be very, very clear, because some people can't see it, the difference between Skyrush, the new ones, and the old ones is what, Josh? The shape.
Yeah.
So the old Skyrush restraints were basically, if this is your lap, they were basically a wedge that just jammed into you.
Yeah.
Which is, as they stapled, it's basically the equivalent of like a knife slowly pushing into your leg.
Yeah.
Which is a vast over-exaggeration. A knife is obviously thin enough. But the new lap bars are, like, contoured to your legs, so they, like, fit over you.
They're super comfy.
Yes, they're incredibly comfortable.
And those Skyrush restraints, they weren't... I think what made them so bad is the ride. Ride made them bad.
A big thing is, my understanding anyway, is that the leverage on, because they were wedged like this, and then the bar connected like straight through, so all the weight was in the front. So when you're going down these insane valleys, it's just pushing directly into you. Whereas these, the bar is more through the middle, so it's like evenly distributed, and in theory, the stapling issue should be resolved.
Right.
In theory, of course. We've never had an experience like this with this restraint, but...
Yeah. Well, in either case, I'm excited for it. I gotta say, logo. What do you think? What do you guys think? Do you prefer the old one or the new one?
It's gonna grow on me.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Taylor, what did you like?
I like the font. I wish they kept like the whirlies around it though.
Yeah.
I agree. I think the font on the old one felt old to me.
Yeah.
But the like nebula or whatever you want to call it. Not nebula.
Like it's like atomic.
The brain blast. Yeah. That felt unique to me, and they got rid of that. Which
I genuinely really liked the logo the way it was. So, but it's fine. It doesn't look bad.
No.
You know, it's fine.
It's that modernization, minimalist feel, and I'm not for the minimalism.
Maybe the sign will look like really cool. Who knows? Or did they already show us what it's going to look like?
No, but we're dancing around with terrible redesigns and signs. We're dancing around the main topic of today's episode.
We'll get to this. Is genuinely one of the most amusing things that has happened a while in the amusement park industry.
I don't think... Okay. to give the viewers an idea of what we're talking about, I-305 and Intimidator are getting rethemed.
Yes.
And I don't think I have seen this community universally come together on how we feel about something.
In a community that agrees about nothing. Yeah. Yeah. It is. Yes, we'll get there. But before we do, Josh, I think we've got some news that you would be really excited about.
Yes, we do. Predator at Darien Lake is getting 200 more feet of Titan track, which gives the total track length of the ride 23.586%, 587% Titan track, 24%. So it is specifically the section, if you're familiar with Predator's layout, after the second turnaround, which is currently Titan track, you go over a hill, and that hill was literally so janky, I got 50% of Magnum's airtime in the first row. So, like,
nice.
You know, like Magnum's crazy airtime, 50% of that, which is still a lot of airtime.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
And that was on a cold day, I measured that. But,
wow.
So it's that section, which I'm excited about, because if you know Predator recently, on cold days, it crawls through its last bunny hills. And the Steel Titan track maintains speed better than the wood, especially the janky wood. So hopefully adding this 200 feet of Titan track is going to give the ride the speed it needs to keep, because occasionally
momentum through that.
Occasionally I'll get airtime on those bunny hills, but it was so bad that they literally removed the trim last season.
Wow.
The year before that, they had to add an extra brake to the brake run because it was overshooting the brakes. Because Titan track. Oh. So when GCI came in, they added an extra brake to fix that problem. But then, for some reason, after the second batch of Titan track, either the wood got jankier or whatever, they had to remove a trim to make it reliably not crawl to the brakes. So I'm hoping this remedies that, because early in the season last year, I got some really good rides, but as the season went on, I noticed it was getting slower towards the end there. Yeah. So.
Well, this should be good. This should be good. Something to be excited about for fans of Darien Lake.
Hey, next year is Predator's 35th anniversary. Not saying that they're gonna totally Titan track it, but at the start of last year, they did say that their goal was to have it totally retracked within a few years. That'll be 3 years. It's the coaster's 35th anniversary.
Yeah, it's highly possible.
And I'm not gonna put money on it.
Yeah.
But if there was a time for a park to go big, this is the time. And
that's what I was saying for a long time about the Beast and the 50th anniversary for Kings Island, and they did it. Sure enough. Yeah. So, all right. Well, awesome. I guess that is our news for now, unless you guys have anything else maybe that we missed lately. Anything crazy going on? I don't think so.
I think we are ready to get into the main topic.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. So if you haven't seen by now, we know I-305, it's getting redone. It sounds like that's going to be a little bit more of an extensive process as far as the retheme there, but Thunder Striker opened just the other day with Carowinds opened, right? That was what happened this weekend, right?
Yes. Yeah. By the way, Thunder Striker is Intimidator for any of you who are not familiar.
Intimidator, or Intimidator.
Or Intimidator, whatever.
Yes. Is now Thunder Striker. And wow. So we saw the logo. I think we talked about this on one of the episodes. Weren't crazy about the name, but the logo and the way that these trains look.
Oh.
Wow. It exceeded my expectations in how not
I'll put it this way. So Kyla was not super closely following this, and we were sitting at dinner today, and I literally went like this. I went, here's a picture of the Thunder Striker sign, and just showed her across the table, and she just went,
yeah.
The sign looks rubber. I don't know how to explain it. You know what I mean?
It's very 2006 Cedar Fair. It's very much like the flight deck or as you said, drop tower.
Yeah.
It's very that. Go ahead, Taylor.
I saw somebody say oh, well, they must have. It just looks like a short notice.
Yeah. People have been saying that.
why they knew this license was expiring.
That brings up a really good question of, do we think they announced this last week to try to get away with this?
Honestly had a story planned out for it. Like, if you read the description, and it's like, Dale took sloppy jalopy or whatever, and like
a sloppy jalopy.
I don't know why I said it like that.
So it's themed to. No, guys, it looks bad on purpose. That's the theme.
Well, and he wanted to build it up, make it great. They were on Thunder Road. Like, there's obviously a story here.
Yeah, but
and they just were in his garage, and the lucky fans can go ride in it with him.
So they're still talking about Dale Earnhardt?
I think they actually called him Earl or something, but it was very clearly
Dan Earl.
They're opening an attraction called Earl's Garage or something like that. Okay. And the section of the park is still called Thunder Row. So it's so clearly alluding to Dale without
the way Flight Deck was Top Gun,
exactly.
Flight Deck. It's there, there's a flight deck for the planes. I don't know. This is the for a company that has been doing so well with theming lately, I think this is a step back now. Whether this is something that just got thrust upon them, maybe that's the case.
We have fans,
known forever, right?
We've known for a year that this license was expiring.
Yeah.
So I imagine, because you have to get lawyers involved for contract negotiation and all that, I imagine they've had this in the back of their minds for 2-3 years.
Yeah. And you have to think, so it makes me wonder, did they come back and say, hey, we want more money? And Cedar Fair said, no.
That's possible, I guess.
Yeah.
But I guess the reason that doesn't make sense to me, well, I guess it would make sense, but the reason it doesn't make sense to me is because they were okay, Project 305.
Yeah.
We're going to do this well, and then they're just Intimidator.
They don't have as much time, though, right?
Kingston opens in 3 weeks, or the 22nd.
Oh, yeah, so it's really not that different.
Also, you have Fury in that park. If Intimidator's closed for 3 weeks, is anyone going to complain?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why didn't you just take a little bit more time? It would have been better to just keep the ride closed and do a little bit better of a job.
Yeah, you open it Memorial Day weekend, and you do a big because the Memorial Day weekend's the Indy 500, so you could do a racing is back in Charlotte. Yeah. Come on down and ride Thunder Striker.
There's a story. The name would still suck. It's a bad name.
I'm not in hate with the name. I'm not.
I don't hate it. It's just so forgettable.
Yeah, it's what you might see in Roller Coaster Tycoon. It's not.
Oh, I was gonna say it's how there's 1800 Cyclones, or all the old wooden roller coasters were called Wood Coaster or Roller Coaster. It's that same type of vibe for me.
It's just I just feel some of their rides, they've just really, especially the last few years, just great names, great themes.
I saw somebody say, this is a sneak peek of what we have to look at when Six Flags merges with Cedar Fair.
That's kind of how I've been feeling too, because this is
a great question. That's a great thing to discuss. Is this indicative of maybe they're penny pinching because after the merger goes through, they can make a final decision about how to do this?
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
But who themes their roller coaster to a 2005 Crown Victoria and says, let's do it? For anybody who doesn't know, a Crown Vic is when you think of a police car in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, that's a Crown Vic.
Yeah, Reno 911. They were driving around Crown Vics. If you've ever watched that.
American Graffiti is that's not even a Crown Vic, but that's what I think of.
No, there was Crown Vics at that point.
No, I know, but that's what I think of when I think of old police car. Anyway, yeah,
it's just there you go. Thank you, Taylor.
All I see is the radiator. I
don't know why.
Has it really been that long since Crown Vics were driving around?
I think it's been 10 years already.
It's been a while.
Taylor, it's fine.
It's fine. I'm making the point, okay? I'm helping.
But yeah, so maybe they're putting it in their back pocket for a big retheme next year. But they clearly made this decision before because that sign had to get manufactured.
Yeah,
Right.
it's I don't understand it. I mean, I'm sure there's a story. I don't necessarily. I'm not ready to say this is what we have to look forward to as far as new rides. I'm not
Right.
prepared to say that.
I mean,
But-
yeah, like they could always go back and add and like over the course
Yeah.
of the season.
Yeah, it can
And
be
it's only
fixed. I hope that
That's
they
true.
do fix it. I hope that they do more to it.
You know
Maybe
what's
9
weird to
months.
me? Vortex and Hurler both got a lot of love this year,
They
and
did.
those are both like nobody likes those.
Yeah, maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe they hadn't planned on spending that money on
But-
Intimidator.
They didn't, as far as I know, those aren't new trains. It's just a new
No.
decal. So, like,
Yeah.
what money? You bought a $35 vinyl
That's a good
skin on
point, too,
Etsy?
yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I
You bought,
honestly
like,
don't know.
The stickers that Lightning McQueen has to pretend he has headlights and then slapped over.
Oh no, I mean just like they didn't have money to do anything because they already spent. Because I know painting is really expensive.
That's true.
Painting tracks and stuff.
That's
So
true.
maybe that's it. I don't know.
Another a question about this that I've seen floating around is, does this make the ride worse?
No.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, objectively speaking, once
No.
you're on the ride and lap barred in, same exact ride.
It's gonna
No.
be. It's still a good ride. It's a great ride actually. I really like Intimidator. Or
But it's got the
Thunder Strider.
trims. It's got the trims.
you know what is gonna be a little sad is that it's not gonna say "Gentlemen, start your engines" anymore. That's a bummer.
Did that one? I know
Yeah, it
I305
did, yeah.
did.
Aw.
It did.
Maybe they can just replace it with the Kevin James. Have you ever heard the Kevin James audio?
Which one?
The Gentlemen Start Your Engines?
Oh no.
Oh, I'm going to find it real quick because it is hilarious. Sorry.
Has anyone checked on Brandon? How's he doing? How's he doing with this?
Maybe
I don't
we can
know.
have Brandon record a Start Your Engines.
Sorry, I'm converting this to an MP3 so I can drop it in the recording here. Kevin James starting the Gentlemen Start Your... It's like the
What's it from?
most... It's just every year when they start the race, they have a new person do it, and he was promoting
Oh,
Chuck and Larry that year, or I now
Okay.
pronounce it Chuck and Larry, whatever it's called. So he got to go up there and do it, and it's hilarious.
I just want to say real quick that even though people don't like Vortex, this red is really pretty.
That
Yeah,
is
it's-
a popping red.
it's red. It's
Yeah,
red, very red.
Red. I love
Yeah.
it.
Okay, I have the clip here.
Now to Chuck and Larry, Kevin James.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops.
Oh,
God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine.
yes. That's what they
Right?
should have used the whole
Wouldn't that be
time.
and if you watch him, it's like,
That's
it's
awesome.
Kevin I mean, it's so funny.
That's awesome. I didn't even
Yeah.
know that they did that.
Yeah,
I had
it's
no
like a yearly
idea.
thing.
Yeah.
Brandon actually hasn't commented on this.
I know. I'm surprised because he's
Well,
been a little hard on Carowinds lately.
He's been busy.
Yeah.
And we're not going to dive into that at all, but he's been busy.
Right. Okay. He's got a lot going on. Okay. So here's a question. Do you guys think that this has any bearing on what we should expect from I-305?
No,
No.
I don't think so.
'Cause-
Yeah, they seem like they're making a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
It seems like
Yeah.
they prepared for I-305.
Yeah,
which
it's
I
different.
think-
Project 3.
Project 305.
Yes, that is. I think the whole reason, like, obviously everyone was asking for I-305 merch, so I feel like they were like, okay, if we're giving up this contract, we're doing this
Yeah.
right. Like, everyone will buy this merch, and Intimidator is kind of the. In terms of people who buy merch, I'm gonna say it tips more towards enthusiasts.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree.
Whereas park attendance is obviously the other way around. But everybody hates on Intimidator. I've never ridden it, so I have no opinion on it.
Yeah,
Like, everyone's like, oh, it's Intimidator, they ruined it.
it's
So,
they're
like,
wrong. They're wrong.
Maybe Maybe they're like, and we don't expect as many merch sales. Let's let that one slide under the rug.
They don't really sell a lot of good merch to begin with at Carowinds. They don't have good
Cedar
merch
Fair
there.
Parks?
Yeah.
Kings Island is the only.
I've gotten spoiled by I've gotten spoiled by that, and I think Cedar Point has some good merch too.
Cedar Point has some pretty good merch, like
I'm
the triangle tees and stuff. Those are really
it's every other Cedar Fair Park I've been to. I've been a little bit disappointed by the merch selection.
I like Dorney's merch. Their haunt merch is a lot better.
So they have some good merch then. That's good. That's good.
Cedar Point, I'm not going to dig it up, but Cedar Point's Made to Thrills are spectacular.
Yes.
Those the posters, but like all their shirts, some of them are just like the ones, the shiny ones that are coasters of like Gatekeeper, and it's got like the huge. Those are terrible.
Yeah, those are bad. I have one like that for Pantheon because it was literally the only one that I found that I was okay with at Busch Gardens.
The stuff they sell at the park, they're like gearing towards a very specific crowd. Like,
but even the Fury stuff, you'd think they'd have really great Fury stuff. Well, this is a matter of taste. I didn't like the Fury stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's all subjective. Of course.
Yeah.
But I think most people would agree that Cedar Point and Carowinds have mid-tier merch games. And I think most people would agree Kings Island has some pretty good merch.
I agree. I like their merch. I always find something I want every season.
Kings Island is the only park where I walk in and I'm like, I need to mentally budget for merch.
Yeah.
Because there will be something I want.
I look forward to it. I look forward to going merch shopping.
It's the only park where I'm like, I want to shop. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I don't feel like I'm wasting my time in a gift shop. Whereas almost every other park, I'm like, okay, I'll go in the gift shop. You know what I mean?
I kind of feel that way about, maybe I'm on the minority. I guess I kind of feel that way about Cedar Point too. When I go in there, I always find something I want at Cedar Point.
To the one under the Sky Ride at Cedar Point, I always go in that one. But like the other various ones, I don't feel inclined to. But
I like the one by Steel Vengeance too.
I like that one too. I just like, I always find stuff in that shop I want, but it's by Steel Vengeance. I'm not going to buy anything there.
Right,
they always have good stuff on clearance at that one.
I think at Cedar Point has good hoodies too. I think they have good hoodies. They're expensive though.
BGT had this, which I loved.
Whoa.
That's massive.
That's a 3-foot quasi trade, yes.
That's crazy.
I didn't even know you had that. That's crazy.
Yeah, when did you get that?
This was my Christmas present from Kyla last year.
Oh.
Super cool.
You're more dedicated. Did it come built or did you have to build it? Because you're more dedicated than I am.
I built it.
My tree took me forever.
Well,
I'm regretting that I moved to this actually, because my desk over there where I keep this is a mess. So it's gonna go down here for now.
Yeah, well, so in Intimidator, now Thunderstriker. All I could say is Carowinds, I love you. I still love you, but I do hope that you do something more with that.
It's the beginning of the season. They're open for 9 more months.
Yeah.
Hopefully, come Memorial Day, they have a little bit more going on.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
yeah.
What do you think? But just retrain, like skin the trains? Do you think?
I don't know. I guess there's no way they're gonna spend that much more money on it.
Right.
And it's weird because Carowinds is like the new crown jewel of Cedar Fair.
Well, that's just according to people.
Yeah,
I know, I mean, but like they saw some really big investments for the last decade, and then this.
Yeah, and Intimidator is like, I mean, if enthusiasts might not be crazy about it, but it's a really popular ride.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
All B&Ms are popular.
Sure, yeah, people love that ride.
You know what I mean? Like Kumba's not that popular, but
I know what you mean. Yeah, it's a good ride. I hope it gets a little bit more love. I mean, even if you just did the trains do look bad. They are a mess. But
I think objectively speaking, they look bad.
Yeah. But if they just redid the sign, even I'd be a lot happier. But
what do we think Project 305 is going to be?
No idea.
I'm leaning like Panther or Jaguar, or some kind of big
seen that.
cat.
Yeah, I've seen big cat themed.
Are there have there been any hints at all?
Not really.
The only thing that people are going off of was like when they did Jungle Expedition, there was like some like show where they had like all of the animals like representing the rides, and then there's like a poster or like a some kind of sign somewhere that's like, here's the 6 temples, and we have, like, for this one, we have, like, Anaconda. Obviously, they have, like, Anaconda. Monkeys is for Tumbili.
Yeah.
And then, so, like, the only one that's not represented is a cat. A big cat. And, like, maybe one other thing.
You could... Sorry, I was just going to say, you could argue that Big Cat will be the volcano replacement.
That could be. Well, I feel like there was a wing. No, so there's, like, a bird. So, like, everybody's thinking
the
there's
wing... Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like a bird would be a good theme for it.
Well, the wing, they're apparently going to be having a launched wing coaster on the volcano plot.
Oh, that's right. I completely forgot about that.
Totally forgot
because
about
it's forgettable.
Yeah. Is that actually real?
It was like one of those pages that leaks things.
Yeah. KDFans.net, I think. Right?
Yeah, and I think usually their leaks are relatively solid.
It looked like plans to me.
It did.
Damn. A wing coaster for... I mean, a launched wing, though?
The launch string.
I mean, I rode Thunderbird once, and I don't remember it that much, but I remember that the launch in the wing was a unique feeling.
Yeah, that could be cool. It's no volcano replacement, I guess, but I don't think anybody would accept almost anything as a volcano.
It's like we talk top of show. Like, you can't replace Dragster with anything. People are going to complain. You can't replace Volcano with anything. People are going to replace. You can't replace Vortex at Kings Island with anything. People. They could be like, we took Velocicoaster, made it 15 times better, and added the world's first 5,000-foot stall.
Oh, they can do that
LSM booth
for Vortex. We're fine with that.
No, there's
no. Somebody would complain.
Rational people would be fine with it, but you know that there would be someone out there like, this doesn't pay honor to Vortex.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
We rebuild Vortex and the station, and yeah.
I will say, in defense of those, I will defend those people, the volcano people. First of all, they were heartbroken. I remember when that happened. Like, they were heartbroken, and I do understand. Like, if Kings Island built a wing where Vortex was, I would be disappointed. I'd be like, that's one of the like handful of things I really wouldn't have wanted.
I will say, King's Dominion only has one B&M, whereas if Kings Island gets another B&M, you're like, okay, come on.
Yeah,
King's Dominion has.
Oh, dude, I don't think so.
2 of my Kings Dominion.
No, they don't.
No.
It's weird that we have to think about it, though. Like,
no, they don't. They definitely don't. But they have
Dominator.
They have an Intamin Giga. They have an RMC. They have a racing coaster. They have a few launch coasters or a couple with Flight of Fear and Backlot.
Mm-hmm. And
then they have Dominator. So like a wing, a high capacity wing, could fill out that park fairly well.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, a launched wing, it sounds interesting to me. I'm just saying, if you are a King's Dominion fan and you're disappointed because you love Volcano, I get it.
If you're a King's Dominion fan, you're blessed because your park has so much shade.
Yeah, yes. Oh my God, gorgeous. So many trees. Also, one of the best top 2s of like any park.
1-2. That
don't say 1-2 punch. I hate that.
No, I was gonna say a 1-2 punch that slaps most other parks in the face.
Okay, you could say that. I like that.
You have a decent layout, like for everything you have packed in there. The only thing, actually, what I would do if I was King's Dominion is build the wing and then take out Anaconda and use the plot over the lake there to do something really cool.
So I haven't been to King's Dominion. Why is there nothing to the right of the fountain or International Street? Like, there's like this,
there is.
To the right?
Let me pull up the app so I can see what you're talking about.
So, like...
Actually, let me...
Yeah, I want to look at the map, too.
It looks like there's, like, a log flume and stuff, but, like...
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like this, like, weird empty spot. Like, what's up with this? Because that's the only thing that feels weird to me.
Well, if you look at the map, there is, like...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I didn't realize when I was there that it was like that.
I didn't
You
either,
probably
actually.
don't.
Yeah.
It probably flows just well. It's just me like
No,
looking at the
it's-
map and being confused.
It's that whole side of the park is covered in trees. Like,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Grizzly goes like basically through the woods, and like I didn't even know that log flume and that it looks like a raft ride were even there. To be honest,
Yeah, I would
I was
definitely
gonna
not
ask you
encourage
that.
them to start cutting down trees.
Yeah,
But
no.
yeah, you see that, like, Josh, okay, right behind the Eiffel, where it's the center walkway, that's the
Mhm.
one, that's that walkway I really liked, isn't it?
yeah.
That was awesome, Taylor. You're gonna like a lot of
Beautiful.
things about this park.
I think I'm gonna love this park. Also,
Yeah.
just like the fact that like most of like the big rides are on the same side of the park, I think I'm gonna love.
Well, going from I-305 to Twisted is kind of a trek.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
feel short. Yeah.
It's also
No.
kind of hilly, but like not in the way you'd expect.
I mean, it's Virginia, so
Yeah.
BGW. I'll tell you this: start your day at Dark Coaster and then take a long break because walking to Dark Coaster made me burn.
do I need a doctor's note for an ADA pass at BGW, Josh? Or is this a Jake
I
question?
I don't think so, but I'll let you know after I go to SeaWorld because they're owned by the
okay.
same park.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Because you're going.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll be there before I go. So.
My
Yeah, I
door
hope-
just opened by itself.
Is there a dog?
Is there a
No,
Kyla?
no.
Is there a ghost of Christmas past?
Oh man, I'm Jeff Bezos. Okay.
What?
Yeah. I do hope that we're all able to meet up at those Virginia parks this year because I'm really interested
There's
to see
no
your reaction
Coaster
to them.
Crew event this year.
Are you sure? They said there's none?
It's not on the schedule.
Oh, that's
Well, yeah,
bummer.
I just saw
I'm
that
fine
they
with
had
that because I'm gonna
something-
go to Japan next year.
that's a bummer. Where are what? Okay, well we'll talk about what events they have later. That's fine.
Talk about it right now. We're all two.
What,
of us
what,
are
what do they
coasters,
have?
remember?
What do they have?
Let me pull up their list right now. I know that they are about to have the Dollywood event, the yearly Dollywood event.
Oh, okay.
That is Lightning Rod Roundup is on the 6th, and then Coaster Stock is not happening. It's still on
Right.
the website. Coaster Mania and Roller Coaster Rodeo are just park events, but they're invited.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Coastin'-
not going there.
Coastin' by the Ocean at Maury's Pier is the ERT event this year.
Well, wait a minute. They only have events announced through June,
That's
right?
June of 2025.
Oh, yeah,
so
it is.
literally the only event that they have themselves is the Maury's and
I believe,
Dollywood.
and Dollywood.
Oh,
They'll probably
bummer.
announce something for like haunt season if I had to guess.
Oh man, no, that's really a bummer because I really wanted to go again, but that's okay. we could still go.
Larry, are you going to try to go to Land of the Riding Fun?
Is that on there?
Yeah, that's Japan next year, baby.
I would like to. Yeah, I would like to.
Me and Kyla need to put our deposits down, but we're definitely planning.
They're already taking. You mean deposit for like a plane ticket, or do you mean for them?
No, plane tickets not included. It's the deposit for the trip. It's like $3 to $35 per person, and that includes tickets to every park, hotels, at least one meal a day, if not more, ERT, transportation.
Where are you seeing this? Where is it?
Let me see if it's on their website. I know it was in the Facebook group for this.
Okay,
trip.
yeah, I didn't know they were. You already needed to put down your deposit.
Yeah, it's already open. Let me see.
Oof.
Yeah, so what's included? Admission at every park, which there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 parks.
Jeez.
Admission at each park, various park perks, which may include ERT, skip the line passes, etc. Breakfast each morning, plus at least one other meal per day. So 2 meals per day.
How long
It's
is
not
the
bad.
trip?
Not announced yet. It's going to be between 10 and 14 days.
Okay.
Oof.
Hotels, including arrival night, welcome dinner, and final night after last park. Ground coach transport are similar. What's not included, airfare. Some meals might be on your own, and then shopping, obviously.
Okay. All right.
A deposit of $400 is due at registration.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you just got to put. Okay.
Yeah, you pay $400. It's going to be about 32 to 30, or he told me about 32 to 35.
Okay.
is
Yeah,
typical.
certainly something to look into if you're interested in going to Japan on a coaster trip.
Cedar Kev is going, so I'll be there.
Yeah.
Plan anyway.
So check them out, Coaster Crew. Might be a park. Might be a park. Might be a club to think about joining.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Cheese.
Now that we what now?
They like Chuck E. Cheese, so.
I didn't know that.
That's true. Do we have any final thoughts about the Intimidator drama?
I think we covered it.
Then
let me answer your question with a question of questions. I've got some questions for you. Mick Lovin asks, have any of your opinions on Top Thrill 2 or the surrounding Midway changed since WCO, Winter Chill Out, and the TikTok live stream?
Not really.
No. Yeah. No, it's about what I thought it was going to be.
Mildly disappointed that the shop Speed Zone is not going to be turned into like a restaurant or a drink station. But besides that,
what is it?
It's just they're expanding it as a gift shop.
Well, that's good. I wanted that. I didn't want that gift shop to go away. They don't need restaurants every year.
They need a restaurant on that stretch of the Midway. There is no food there, and
it is. Yeah,
the drinks right there under the bleachers.
Are those gone?
That line gets so long though.
Yeah, I feel like that's the one I always stop at. That one and the one right by the entrance for whatever reason.
Well,
I never go to either of those.
What?
I won't go to the entrance one because that's where like everybody's like, need to redeem my drink plan now, need it now.
Yeah,
so, like it's always like all the way across the front of the park.
Just go. Hot tip: if you want to get your fast lane redeemed, instead of going to guest services or the redemption center, go to Point Plaza. They'll give it to you.
Yep. Yeah, they will. Yep.
There's nobody else gonna be in there.
Yeah, I did that one day when was this opening day. One of the days it was like the guest services line was gigantic.
That's every day. You need to narrow it down.
Yeah, it's true.
Right, Taylor?
What?
Cedar Point guest services line?
So, Cedar Point has a separate thing for their ADA.
Do they?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, they do. It's right in front of the theater, right?
Yeah, it's right by the theater. It's like to the side of like their Fun Picks booth.
No one told me this.
Yeah,
sorry.
they do.
Because the first time I went to guest service and they gave it to me there. And then the next time I went, they're like, "Hey, you actually need to go over there." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And it's like kind of tucked back behind one of the lunch.
I know where you're talking about. I just didn't know that was ADA.
Yeah, that's what
they used to do it right in front of that. What's that theater called?
Jack something theater.
Yeah,
they used to do it right in front of there. They used to have a table right in front of there. They would do it.
Yeah,
but
it's like a little like actual booth now.
Interesting.
Which I don't like, especially that one time I had to go back to guest service to complain about the dude that refused to give me my ADA. But
I have a question for Taylor about ADA.
Yeah.
Did you look into the Six Flags Universal system after we talked about it?
No, I did not.
I did, and I got approved for it, so I feel like I can talk now on that system.
Yeah.
Shockingly simple. However, the need for a doctor's note is still low-key classist.
Yeah, very inaccessible.
Yeah, it is.
But the system itself, once I got my doctor's note, was like I signed up and they're like, okay, here's a temporary pass for 3 days while we review your stuff. And then after 3 days, I got an email that was like, you're good. You're good for a year. Talk to us in a year and then I got an email from Universal that was like, hey, we know you're coming out. Like, let us know the day so we can talk to you and give you a briefing. And I was like, oh, cool. I'm not coming out for like 4 months. Here's my cell phone number. Call me. Haven't got a call yet.
Interesting. So that's Universal.
Universal, Six Flags, Knoebels. I'll use that system.
Very cool.
Knoebels.
It's really funny to have them lumped in there.
Yeah, like what random part for that.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, so we've got another question here from Cedar Kev. It's do you think RMC will try another launch coaster in the future?
Great question.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yes.
Not on a wood.
Eventually. Yeah.
Not on a wood structure.
No.
It's either going to be a Raptor, a T-Rex, or a ground up steel structure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, eventually. I think that if they need to, or if it's not required, if they're requested to, or if they decide to and make a model that does that.
I mean, is there any major manufacturer, like, they'll say the big 5 or 6, that don't offer launches.
I don't think so.
The only one I could think of would be Gravity Group, and I don't know if they offer them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're primarily just wood, right?
Well, GCI offers them, but only on their Titan track. So I guess if it's not fair to include Gravity Group, I guess all the big manufacturers offer launches. So I imagine it's a matter of time.
Yeah.
Yes, I would say it's a matter of time. I'm not like holding my breath that it's going to be real soon, but could be.
You heard it here first. Kings Island's coaster. Kings Island's next coaster. A quadruple launched RMC.
In the Vortex
Exactly.
plot.
That's exactly what I'm
No,
predicting.
Taylor. It's going to start in the Vortex plot. It's going to go all the way across the park over to Congo Falls area, where they're going to tear that down in a Vertigo to have a front entrance coaster that then launches you all the way back over to the Vortex plot.
It only goes like 700 feet in the air to go all the way
Exactly.
over the park.
And there's a loading station at the beginning. It's not even closed circuit. It's like a roller coaster that takes you across the park.
Exactly. It's a transport coaster.
Yeah.
The world's first Strata Exa transport coaster.
Yeah. So Kings Island, biggest addition ever? Question mark.
Whoa. Exclamation point.
Did you guys see the YouTube video? There's a YouTube video out right now that has in the thumbnail, it's got Demon Drop, Demon Drop. Do you know what I'm talking? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't. What is it?
Okay, so it's got Demon Drop, Mean Streak, and one other coaster that Cedar Point removed. And the video is called 10 Cedar Point Lost Rides Revealed. What do you mean?
Okay.
We just lost them.
Okay.
They went for a swim in the lake, and we never
The
found them.
state of coaster YouTube could be a whole other
To be fair, I looked at the person's channel, and they're like a small content creator with like a couple hundred subs and a bunch of videos. So they're clearly just trying to get something to stick. And I respect the grind, but at the same time, that's such a weird title.
We could just call it the 10 former rides of Cedar Point. Like, I feel like that doesn't
Revealed?
what we need.
Yes. Today I will reveal to you
lost.
there used to be a ride called Mean Streak. It's not there.
What?
Whoa.
It's not there anymore. You know what's there instead? Steel Vengeance.
It's totally.
Did you guys know that?
The same
A
structure.
mean streak lies beneath.
What's that, Taylor?
What?
Yeah,
It's
you didn't
not
know
the
that.
same structure. Or...
Nope.
It definitely doesn't have structural issues because Cedar Fair refused to allow RMC to fix it.
Whoa. That's an accusation.
Yeah, that's pretty hearsay, Josh.
I've heard this as well. That's why I don't understand why they're mad at them.
Because they don't ever accept blame for anything.
Just like, you know what? We're not going to work with anybody anymore. We're going to make our own
We're
coasters.
not going to work with Intimate. None of it is our fault.
Yeah.
I'm the next manufacturer at Cedar Point. I'll see you guys in 2060. And
good luck. Good luck with your getting fired eventually.
my
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
PVC. They'll just all be PVC pipes.
Yeah, just make it.
People do that.
Well, yeah, no, I think it'll work perfectly at Cedar Point, right? Great capacity.
Rose
Bunny Adventures. What's your most anticipated park visit of the 2024 season? I gotta think about that.
Question.
King's Dominion. King's Dominion.
Honestly, I'm on my honeymoon in a few months. I'm doing Universal Islands of Adventure and Hollywood Studios / Epcot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna park hop between Hollywood Studios and Epcot. Kind of excited for Guardians.
Yeah.
Excited for Rise of the Resistance, obviously.
That's the one I really want to ride. So bad.
But I'm really excited for the Carnival Mardi Gras, if that counts as a park, seeing as it has a roller coaster in it with Bolt.
That's not a park.
Yeah,
That's not a park visit.
Hopefully I'm gonna get out to Holiday World.
Yeah.
That's a big one. Obviously, Islands of Adventure and Disney are pretty big too.
I don't have any big, crazy first time park plans this year. Oh well, Darien Lake. Yeah, I'll be going there. I think the other it's gonna be probably for me either be Holiday World or Dollywood. If I don't get to Dollywood by the end of this season, I'm gonna be really upset with myself.
Don't you live like 2 seconds away? Obviously, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I've just never done it.
Interesting.
Yeah, every time I think about it, I'm like, nah.
This next question here, I have an answer for, so I want you guys to go first.
Okay, so we've got a question from Surveillance. Well, wait, Taylor, did you even answer?
Yes,
Yeah.
she said King's Dominion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I said King's Dominion and pointed to my King's Dominion flag back here.
Gotcha. Okay, just want to make sure.
The other flight of fear.
Yeah,
the
better one. What park will switch to Pepsi from Coke or vice versa? We talked about this once.
We talked about this in an episode that was lost.
Yes. I'm gonna guess Kentucky Kingdom, and my reasoning behind that is they had Pepsi, and as far as I know, they still do, but the Hershey parks have Coke, so that's mine.
Taylor?
Yeah. I think my answer's no, I don't remember. If Josh and I have the same answer. I'm gonna go with Kentucky Kingdom because I can't see Holiday World switching because Holiday World does free drinks, and Pepsi I think is a lot cheaper to do free drinks for.
That's what I pointed out last time.
Well, that's what my thought process was before anyway, and that's why I was like hesitating a little because I didn't want to steal it, even though I also had the same thought process.
No,
but Josh could be more elaborate.
My answer is my hometown park, Darien Lake, because as far as I know, it is one of possibly 2 Six Flags parks that have Pepsi products. All the rest have Coke products, and if the merger goes through, I have no doubt that the Pepsi parks will be eradicated.
Big win for Coke, that merger.
Kyla loves Coke, so
I'm a Coke person.
Every time we go to Darien Lake, she's like, Pepsi.
I'm not quite to that point. Like, I'll drink Pepsi products, but they're not my fave.
I
like brisk iced tea.
I like Pepsi, like just regular Pepsi. I don't like any other Pepsi product. Like, don't hit me with a Mountain Dew.
Brisk iced tea and Tropicana Twister Orange are both decent. And
I'm
I
about
can get
to
those both at Darien Lake.
Yeah, brisk is good. I'm about to drop a bomb.
Okay.
Mountain Dew is the most overrated soda.
Yes.
It's supposed to be
at least
hands down.
At least regular Mountain Dew.
Yeah, Baja Blast is.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper's supposed to be drank warm too. What's your point?
What?
Okay.
What?
Hold on.
Is that true?
My point was going to be
I'm not going to do that.
Everyone should just switch to having Dr. Pepper. I don't care what brand you have, but have Dr. Pepper because Dr. Pepper is its own brand. But
isn't it like licensed with Pepsi though?
It's Dr. Pepper Keurig.
It can be distributed by both. It depends on the region. Mm-hmm. So you'll usually see it in a Coke fountain, but you can see it in any fountain. However, no, don't drink your Dr. Pepper warm. Drink it cold,
But it was designed to be drank warm.
It still tastes fine warm.
Josh, that's monstrous.
Mountain Dew was literally
Talk
designed
to Dr. Pepper, not me.
Mountain Dew was literally designed to be a mixer, so that's a whole different thing.
Is that true?
Yeah, it was.
I'm learning all kinds of soda facts.
I'm
today.
looking this up.
It was like a moonshine thing. That's what, and it was like.
I've heard of that.
It was made in Appalachia, so.
Appalachia.
I mean, I know that Mountain Dew it means moonshine, right? But it doesn't taste like. Moonshine.
She's right.
So it's just made to mix with moonshine.
Well, yeah.
It was made as a mixer, preferably with liquor, so probably.
I mean, that makes sense, because that's...
it tastes like battery acid, yeah.
It's not good.
Some of the flavored ones are fine, like
Voltage, Baja Blast.
I'm Baja Blast.
You don't like
the
Baja
Black
Blast?
Hole one was good.
Yeah, I really like
Can't believe
Code
like
Red
Baja
is
Blast.
a classic.
Code Red's good. Not a fan of Livewire.
Okay. Which one's Livewire?
That's the orange one. Yeah.
Really? I thought it was okay. Not great. I'd rather have like Fanta Orange over a Mountain Dew Livewire.
Voltage is the best one.
Is that the blue one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one.
Voltage is the best one. I
also like Mountain Dew Game Fuel, which I don't think they really sell much of anymore.
I've never had that. Yeah. I do remember that.
With the weird lids where like, and then you could reclose it.
Well, I think they had them in cans too, and like I ended up buying a ton of them for Modern Warfare 3, the original Modern Warfare 3 Double XP. Yeah, the good old days.
Yeah.
So Whiskey Nick asks us,
does Whiskey Nick like to mix his Mountain Dew with whiskey?
Do you Whiskey Nick?
I think mixing whiskey with anything is like a whiskey bro sin.
Oh,
No.
whiskey and Mountain Dew. No, absolutely not. That would be terrible. That would be awful.
Anyways, what does Whiskey Nick ask?
What were some other names for the show that you all kicked around before settling on Quad Down Pod?
Triple Down.
Triple Down, yeah.
Triple Down. Yeah.
Back when this was a different project with a couple other people involved before some personnel changes because of creative differences, there was like Airtime Pod, Airtime Friends,
Airtime Friends. I remember that one.
There's just a bunch of like cheesy names.
Hey guys, welcome to the Airtime Friends podcast. Yeah. Not too many.
Doing?
She's ignoring us. She's on her phone.
Oh, I was saying
Like
to
any-
see what the airtime thing was.
I don't think that group chat.
I still have a group chat.
You
Okay.
do? Really? Wow.
I probably
keep
do. I just.
That's an artifact.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was some cheesy ones, but I'm glad we ended up on Quad.
I like Quad Down. I like that name.
I liked it.
PvP.
Dawson asks.
Who's
What?
Dawson?
Who is Dawson?
Yeah.
Who does he think he is asking us questions?
The man who changes his shirt in a theme park to not be noticed.
Yeah.
Just so
Some
he could
kinda-
win hide and seek. He didn't even win hide and seek, which it makes it
No.
funnier.
No, but that was a great move.
It was a great move.
The fact that I was like this far from him and just turned around upsets me.
Same.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Dawson asks.
What coaster do you think each of your home parks should get next?
I think Taylor found some names.
No, sorry. I had a last minute question submission for when we get to the
Okay.
end.
Yeah.
Throw that at the
After
end,
this
That's
one.
fine.
Dawson.
So this was another one that we answered and lost the episode.
Yeah.
But so I'll give mine. As far as Kings Island goes, I just think there are a lot of good answers to that question. I'm gonna go with what I really want would be a multi-launch, preferably an intimate multi-launch. But I think there's a lot of things that could fit well.
Yeah. I would agree.
For Darien Lake, I think realistically something low capacity and high thrill like a Skyrocket 2 or a Raptor prototype would be great.
Yeah.
There's also, if they end up full Titan tracking Predator, a family or a medium thrill wooden coaster would be great as well. Particularly if they took out the Intamin raft ride that has been closed for 4 years and boarded over, but it still has, it's like back in the woods and it still has all of the like concrete. Like if they did something with that where you're like diving in and out of the tunnels and like that kind of stuff, that'd be really cool.
GCI family wooden coasters are good.
Yes, Invader. Mwah.
I am really excited to ride any rides. I don't know where I was going with that. Am I riding Invader on this trip? I was gonna say, I'm excited
It's
to
at
ride Invader.
PGW.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's where I was going. I was like, I
Pretty
think
good ride,
it's a
yeah.
ride Invader, and then I was like, wait, maybe it's not at
No, it is.
Yeah. Okay.
You're good. So what? So you're taking? You're taking Cedar Point,
I'm
right?
gonna take Cedar Point, and this actually ties into the question that I had last minute submitted here. My friend Eric asks, do you think, given how big it is, that Cedar Point should have another Woody besides Blue Streak? And my answer for the question that we're currently answering is I think if we take that, like, forbidden, whatever the little, like, wood playground was, I don't have kids, so I didn't ever go there. If we take that land and we put, like, a gravity group or something good just to, like, round out the lineup, I think a wood coaster would be really
I think
great
that'd be
there.
fantastic there. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. I also really just want to
I
ride
agree
a
as well.
gravity group because I haven't. So please put it
Yeah.
really close to me.
You've never ridden a gravity group?
Mm-mm. I mean, like, I've obviously rode
Yes.
these.
Yeah, you
but
have.
it's Like,
Which one are you thinking of?
Me?
Yeah.
You've ridden the Voyage, haven't you?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. What have you ridden?
Ravine Flyer 2.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you've ridden that one.
I was
You guys
gonna-
need that credit this year too.
I do need it. Yeah.
When
I want
does
it.
Waldemere open?
I have no idea.
I wanted
While
to
Josh
go
is
to
looking
Waldemere
into that
this year,
question.
and then I ended up not going up there. So we should do.
Yeah,
another
I've
one
meant to
that's
go a
between
few
all
times
of
too.
us.
Okay.
Hey, Waldemere opens on my wedding day. A lot of parks open on my wedding
Yeah,
day.
May 4th is a good day
We
for
should pick a better
things
wedding day.
for
I'm
things
just
to
kidding.
happen. Okay, we've got. Oh, I know. I've got. This is a
That was
great
not
question.
PG-13.
What happened? I missed it. I was looking.
Hey,
at
you're allowed one F-bomb in a PG-13 movie.
Yeah.
Did I say an
True.
F-bomb?
No, I
No,
flipped her off.
no.
Oh, okay. I was like, I could have done it without knowing. It's very possible. Okay. So Alex or Execution Man, I love this question. Asks, bring back Geauga Lake or Six Flags New Orleans. Six Flags New Orleans, no contests.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd bring back
I
Six
picked
Flags
Geauga
New
Lake.
Orleans.
I think that park needs to be rebuilt and reopened.
We don't need
I
a
mean-
third big park in Ohio.
No.
There's no point.
No.
And I know Alex
Especially
is
not that
not
close.
going to like that answer.
Well, I definitely want to hear the opposition, though. I want to hear the
I just-
opposition viewpoint.
I'm just more interested in Geauga Lake, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a fair enough reason.
I would pick
I'm-
Geauga
there,
Lake.
there wasn't really like everything that got relocated from San Francisco or
Six Flags
New
New
Orleans.
Orleans, yeah.
There we go. It's like I'm not that like a Batman clone, and like I'm not that interested in riding. And everything left there, I'm pretty sure was like a boomerang
Yeah.
and a generic that like Geauga Lake had Dominator and a Vekoma Flyer and like so many good things. They could have really built that park out with all the land
Yeah.
they had.
One of my great regrets, like as a kid, I didn't even know it was there. I knew that there was a not Six Flags. I knew there was a SeaWorld in Ohio,
It's the same
but
thing.
I know, but I never went there, and I did not know anything about the Six Flags when Six Flags took over. I didn't know. I didn't even realize it was there until I started getting into this stuff, and I kept reading about this park called Geauga Lake, and that's where Firehawk came from. And then I started looking into it, and I was like, how did I never go here or know about it? It's
The
crazy.
amount
I mean,
of
I'm pretty far
rides-
away, but did you ever go?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, the amount of rides that came from that park is insane. Because, like, in
Yeah.
my head, it's just like this tiny little park that, like, yeah, it existed. And then
It
you're
was
like,
the
oh,
biggest park ever.
I never saw a commercial for it or anything. I literally
That's
never knew it was there. Yeah. And I saw Cedar
Maybe
Point
that's
commercials.
why it died.
Yeah. I saw Cedar
Yeah.
Point commercials all the time, but I never saw anything about that park ever until I became an enthusiast.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised I didn't either because we were just 3 hours right
Yeah.
by 90.
So you're same thing then. So you never heard anything about it. Yeah. Then maybe that was a problem, especially if you're going to make it the biggest park ever.
yeah.
Yeah.
had potential.
But I wish I had been. I wish I had been at least once.
I just,
Last question here.
Ooh, Mario.
Oh, sorry, Taylor, I cut you off.
no, it's
Taylor,
fine.
were
I
you
was
saying
just
something?
gonna say, in for defense of New Orleans, that like I don't know. I heard that side of New Orleans is kind of like rough. Like I don't know, give them
Yeah.
something to do.
It's a sad story. It's a sad story, and and New Orleans should have a park. That's a great excuse
No.
Yeah, I heard. I know.
Give them something to
I know.
do.
I know.
It's like a charity case.
Her heart was in the right place.
I know. It's just the way she said it.
But like, I'm sorry. Yeah, that was
I know what
not-
you mean.
Josh,
Yeah,
I know exactly what you
don't
I
mean.
just tried to
invest
glaze
in
over that.
area.
No.
Josh was like, "No."
No, just don't let me explain. Just you
Go
have
ahead.
to
I'm sorry.
invest in
what-
areas.
Yes, I know. I know exactly what you meant.
Yeah.
However, the words you strung together to communicate
We're
that
not-
idea
right?
We're
I'm
it was
sorry.
amusing.
fundamentally failed.
It was amusing. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it
I'm
was
sorry.
amusing.
That's-
Okay.
yeah, that was. on
But
me.
yes,
didn't
no,
make
I
that
agree with
myself.
you. I agree with you. They need to. I'm looking forward. I'm following that, and I hope that they are able to reopen it.
I guess to answer this question more specifically is Geauga Lake in the form that it was. I want Six Flags like a phoenix to be built, New Orleans to be built again.
Yeah,
Something
and they-
like maybe more Jazzland.
yeah.
Didn't they only
Yeah,
exist
I
for like
totally agree.
3 years? Like they didn't have time to get better rides. Like
Well, it was Jazzland for a while, wasn't it? And
Yes,
then
it was. Yeah, and then it got
out by
bought,
Six Flags.
and then
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
They just
But it still
abandoned
didn't
it
exist
after
very
Katrina.
long. It didn't have.
Have you guys
the uni-
seen? I know we've got one more question, and I don't want to. But have you guys seen Closed for Storm?
Yes,
Because I highly recommend it.
it's
It's
really
like
good.
they went in there, Josh. There were still like the schedules from like the day before Katrina was still on the
I've
wall.
seen footage. I just
Yeah.
don't know if I've actually seen Close for Storm.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Yes, I recommend it.
So Mario asks, "Would you? Do you know how
Speaking
hard
of-
it was for me not
It's
to?
Mario Day as of
Oh
recording.
my God,
It is.
yeah.
Oh,
March
March
10th.
10th. Yeah, it's a me."
It's a me, a Mario.
Would you? Well, so he asks, would you rather have a backyard Flight of Fear or own a mint condition set of Chuck E. Cheese animatronics?
Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese. I'm going with Chuck E. Cheese. I would have more fun with the animatronics, I think.
What kind of fun?
You could program them
What
to
kind of fun?
whatever.
I'd have them sing like vulgar music
I want
and
I want a
all kinds of
rocker
things.
Okay,
stage.
Taylor, I'll make a compromise with you. You take the Chuck E. Cheese animatronics.
Okay.
I'll take the Flight of Fear. You bring the Chuck E. Cheese animatronics to my Flight of Fear, and
Yes!
we make a Chuck E. Cheese.
no, you
Yes,
can't
yes,
use
yes,
you can't
yes,
use
yes.
logic and
Sure we can.
work it out like that.
Sure we can.
It's
No,
not
and
fair.
Larry and I can pick different stages of Chuck E. Cheese, right? So when we have like a rocker stage in the queue, but like in the station, we have like just a 3-stage or something, and it would
Yeah.
be beautiful. It would be
Okay,
wonderful.
you get the Chuck E. Cheese. I'll get the Rock Fire Explosion,
Yes, okay.
and we will have the best version of Flight of Fear.
We'll have
There
the
we go.
ultimate Flight of Fear.
So on that note, guys,
Larry,
go
I think
ahead.
you're supposed to ask us all a question.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you
Per
guys and your
tradition.
questions. Okay. Oh man, Josh.
That's my name.
What's your favorite Intamin ride that you've ever ridden?
Probably Velocicoaster.
Okay, that's a good
That's
answer.
my number 2 overall. Might become number 1 after my honeymoon. So
I would really want to ride that ride. Okay. Where would you rank Pantheon against it? I'm just curious.
let me pull up my sheet real quick.
Oh, that's right. You have it. You actually, I have
have-
never done that. I need to do that at some point.
I have.
Go.
You can go, Taylor.
I
while I'm
think
pulling
I'm
this up.
going to finally rank my coasters, but I'm only going to rank them by type. I'm not going to rank them like against every coaster I've ever ridden. I just feel like that's
No,
Yeah.
too
I
much.
only have my top 25, and then everything else is.
I
just
don't even
image.
think I can
I-
do
yeah,
that
I
because
think
if I
I can do
did
the
it,
top
if I did it tomorrow and then did it again on Friday, they wouldn't be the same.
Yeah.
They would.
That's
look
why
different.
That's why I'm looking. I currently have
Yeah.
Pantheon at my number 14.
Okay, so respectable. Okay.
I have in my top 10. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Half of my top 10 is Intimins.
Okay. Yeah. It's a
Can you
ringing
guess
endorsement.
them? Can you guess those 5?
Half of your 5. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Independence. Well, obviously, Velocicoaster.
Velocicoaster at 2.
Maverick.
Maverick at 4.
Skyrush.
Skyrush at 8.
And I know it's not Pantheon. I'm trying to think of what other Intamins I know you've been on.
I-305.
Oh.
305 at 10.
What?
You're
Okay.
missing one.
Okay.
Millie?
No.
No.
Millie
wait,
is
no.
at 16 for me.
Okay. Well, that's
There.
okay. I'll take it. What is the other one?
Taylor, do you give up as well?
Wait. Okay.
I'm going to feel really stupid once you say it, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give up.
Toro at 5.
Oh, you know what? I
yeah.
wasn't even thinking about. I never even would have thought about Toro.
Neither of you have been to that park, so
Yeah.
I give you a pass.
Yeah, I never would have even thought about it. I mean, I know it's an Intamin, but I just don't think of it. I think of Intamins as steel coasters for
I
whatever
know.
reason.
I know.
Okay, Taylor. Wood coasters or steel coasters?
I really like a good wooden coaster. I have a soft spot for them. I mean, overall, steel coasters always would rank higher, but I
Yeah.
like a good wood coaster. Hold on,
I mean, too. Me
this is
too.
a good segue for my beast Squishmallow.
It's a very cute Squishmallow.
Okay,
It's a cute little beast.
Question for Larry.
I'm here.
If you had to snap your fingers and make 3 non-kid or family coasters disappear from Kings Island and have their plots freed up, what 3 coasters are disappearing
Non-kid
from
or
Kings
family?
Island? Yeah, so basically not Pumpkin, Aerial Chase,
Okay.
or
Okay. So it's got to be 3 coasters go away. Well, obviously, backlot. Sorry, backlot. You're going. I don't want to make people. Oh, of course, in Vertigo.
I was gonna say, who are you gonna make mad besides
Yeah.
Taylor with Vertigo?
And then I guess now the other one. I don't know. Oh, I don't want to say bad. Maybe the racer. To be honest.
Larry.
Yeah, sorry.
That's a controversial pick.
It is. I
Really
know.
controversial pick.
Honestly, I cannot imagine the walking into Area 72 without
I
going
can't
through
either.
Racer.
I can't
I
either.
can't imagine
I can't
going
either.
to the park without seeing Racer, and like just the absolute protest people would have if you ripped out Racer.
Oh my god, yes.
Protests aside,
Yeah.
I can imagine going to the park. I cannot imagine entering 72
No.
without going on.
No, but honestly,
Because, like-
it's still all these years later. It is still weird to me to walk by that area and Vortex isn't there. That still feels weird to
the
me.
like lift chain for Racer like makes Coney Mall for me because you can hear the chain.
Yeah.
The whole area.
Okay,
like,
I made a bad
look forward to
decision
that
probably.
sound every
Would you like
year.
to change your decision? Or
Yeah,
you,
I
lie
don't
in
want.
that bed?
We're to the point where I'm having to take out a coaster. I don't want.
That's
to.
why I picked 3, not 2.
So I'm gonna say probably Adventure Express over that. There's no other ride that I would. I gotta go
Bat
for it.
for me over Adventure Express personally.
Which one? The Racer?
Bat.
Oh, Bat? No, I like Bat. I like Bat.
This is gonna get me crucified. Banshee over Adventure Express.
Oh,
me.
fudge.
I told you it was gonna get me crucified.
No,
Oh,
'cause
man,
my,
I know you
initial
don't like
thought
it,
was
but-
gonna be Banshee for some reason.
I know you guys don't really
hate
like it.
Banshee.
I love that ride. I just love
I like
Banshee.
it.
Great
It's a good
segment,
ride.
guys.
All right. Well, that was a great question, but we are out of time. Thank you for sticking with us today at the Quad Down Pod. Orion's a Giga.
Orion's
Orion's a
Giga.
Giga.
Quad Down
Quad
out.
down out.